because whenever you have anything, you got to have baked beans. And there's so many different varieties of them. We're going to try one using a little mango chutney. This is, I'm going to start by heating up some, this is the bacon drippings. We'll start with that while we put a little onion, because I think baked beans have to have onion in them. I think that's a rule. Okay. All right, so we'll, ooh, that's a flat onion. And this is a little bit, I was talking earlier, the mango chutney just gives it a little bit of different flavor. Chutney is usually a mixture of fruit and onions and raisins, and it's, we may later on in the year, oh, I should have done that for C. We may, Bill's back. Of course, he wasn't here for corn night, but, you know. Yeah. I thought he waited for that for how long? We have to have corn. We have to have corn. And then when we finally have it, he doesn't show up. I'm just saying. Okay, I already cooked the bacon. That's why I had a little bit of drippings left over. And if you know, if you don't want to cook your onion and bacon drippings, that's fine. You can use a little butter, a little olive oil, whatever. This is on, okay. But the chutney, like I said, is just some fruit mixed up. Usually there's onions in there. There's, this particular brand has raisins in it. I know there's things you can do with apples and cranberries and all that. So we may try one later on in the year using cranberries. I think I have a slow cooker recipe for that. So, okay. So I've got our onions cooking, and we'll try this cake again. And I think I'll tell you what I think happened to the cake. The cake was fine. It was the frosting that was the problem. All right, we'll get that started. So we're going to do that. And then it's basically everything else just kind of thrown in with the bacon on top. We'll go ahead and put them in. And I did drain the beans here, and I did put them back in the can. But since you're making your own sauce for this, we're going to take the sauce out of the beans. Now, it did say a 53-ounce can, and these are 228, so it's close enough. It'll be 56, whatever. Okay, so we're going to add the beans. The onions will go in here. The molasses, and be very careful you don't spill the molasses all over the counter, because that does create a giant mess, along with the chicken juice on your shoes. I had a great day today. It just couldn't have gotten any better. Now, actually, the jar of molasses did slip out of my hand, and I had a giant molasses puddle. And I thought, oh, this is perfect. Okay, the pickled jalapenos, we're going to put those in. We've got some brown sugar and a little bit of hot sauce. So, and some brown sugar. Did I say brown sugar? Jalapenos. We're going to chop them up in a minute here. But this is just, you know, a little bit different take on the baked beans. It's going to be a little bit hot and a little bit spicy. Is that nice? We'll throw that one back in. Oh, we'll put the hot sauce in before I forget. Because I'm not going to promise anything tonight. No, they do have some seeds in them. They're already pickled. So I don't think they're quite as hot as if you took, they'd be like what you would put on nachos. So they would be hot if you had some of the seeds in them. it doesn't look like there was as many seeds in the ones that I pulled out as would be in if you took a fresh jalapeno and cut it in half. It's probably the seeds all fell to the bottom, or just in processing. Okay, so we got that. We'll put the onions in. And I think this would be a good recipe to just kind of slowly cook. If you wanted to put this in your slow cooker, that'd be fine. When I did the sample, I put it in a lower oven and cooked it a little bit longer than what it said. I think I used a 300-degree oven. And just kind of kept it all day. Because then people come and say, hey, what are you cooking? And I'm like, well, I'm cooking baked beans. Oh, here's a cookie, but could you take some of these chairs and move them back? So, sometimes it works. All right, we're gonna just cook these a little bit longer, get them a little bit softer, and then we'll get this in the oven. All the stuff is in there. We're gonna put the bacon on top. I'll move it over here so I can see it. Let me get rid of this, and we'll go ahead and start the cake. And the cake is one of those, because you always need to have some kind of dessert. One of the easy things, not a lot of ingredients. And you can do some variations on this, on the cake. I think in the past we've done a lemon with a cream cheese frosting. Okay, I think that's going to be good enough. All right, we'll put the onions in here. Okay. We're going to stir this up, put the bacon on it, and get it in our oven. Crumble up the bacon a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm going to stick this in. Oops. And I think our magic oven was ahead of schedule today. So, one thing. And here is our baked beans. Let me grab a spoon here. And as you can see, there's not now a whole lot of sauce, but I think these are going to be really, really good. So, ooh. I tasted them before I cooked them, and I thought it had a really, really good flavor. But I think when they're cooked, it's even better. Okay. So our beans are done. Let's move on to our cake.